Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spot Real Talk. My name is Tiara.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ron.
And we are back today for another recap of Raising Kanan. This is the mid-season episode of Raising Kanan Season 3, titled Brothers and Keepers. But before we jump into the episode, we really want to thank you guys because we just hit a big milestone, 5K subscribers. You guys did it. So thank you so much for helping us get to our first 5K. Continue to spread the word to your peoples and tell them to come join the bandwagon over here at the spot. We are so grateful to you all. So, we might have a little something coming up just to celebrate. Just stay tuned for that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow us, like our videos, do all that.
And 5K.
Did you have something you was gonna say?
Yeah, 5K may not be a big number to most of you out there, but to us, it's a big milestone. It means we're moving forward. And just like Tiara said, thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. So let's go ahead and talk about this episode because this one broke my heart.
It broke mine too.
Oh, really?
I was shook. I was shook. Yes,
really?
Yes. I was shook.
This was bound to happen.
I need to.
It was bound.
Yeah, but I need to pour it out for.
But Unique.
Our boy Unique.
You gonna pour some out for me? Okay, well, I might have to.
Yeah. I'm shook behind that. That's.
I really wasn't ready to see his character go because he was just getting himself back together, getting ready to really hit the streets again, putting stuff in order. He really did his best to try to help Ronnie out. I mean, the man came home from jail. He gave you free room and board. Then he tried to hook you up with the little spot at the Chinese place. And Ronnie was just so ungrateful and just running behind Unique, tearing down everything that he was trying to put in place.
Ronnie was.
I gotta play double.
Ronnie, but Ronnie has been ungrateful since day one. I mean, from walking into the man's house, he's been ungrateful day one. I'm surprised it took this long to get to the point that we got to today. And just as I was saying off the air, sometimes I think. Let me say this first. I think that just like Tiffany was saying, I think he's dead. But there's a Hollywood beatdown, and then there's that realistic beatdown. Now, in real life, he would be. But I've seen people get shot in the heart and still wake up and come back from stuff in Hollywood. So,
So you saying that there's still a chance that Unique could be alive?
There's always that chance. In Hollywood,
my son
Hollywood, there's always that chance.
It's always, but I believe he's dead. I think he's gone.
I think so too.
I think he's definitely gone.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing.
As I was saying to Ron, and look, and I called it. Didn't I tell you that I thought in the first and second episode, I thought that Ronnie was devious enough and evil enough to do that. I told you. I thought he would.
I mean, look, the man has no soul. You can look in his eyes and see that there's no soul there. That's why when you call him Michael Myers, it's perfect because you don't see a soul in his eyes. And like I said, he was ungrateful since day one. He never cared for what Unique was trying to do. He was.
In his eyes, it was never good enough.
I gotta play devil's advocate on that because, and I'm Team Unique. I'm Team Unique, Team Raq, and all of that. Seeing it from Ronnie's point of view, and I think Ronnie crazy. I do think he's Michael Myers. However, when he came home, when he left, he was the CEO. And when he comes back, Unique doesn't have. He's pretty much lost the business. He's lost the soldiers. He's lost everything. So when he comes back. He's coming back to nothing. And he's like, I left this to my little brother. I left the kingdom to my little brother, and I'm coming back to this. Now, we all know that things change and stuff, and things change while he was away. But coming back and seeing that when you left and you were on top, I think anybody would feel away. And I'm not saying that Unique deserved what he got, because he did not. And I was distraught to see it. But I'm just saying, from his point of view, he's like, I put you in the, he said it, I put you in the CEO spot. I come back, this ain't ish. Raq is made you her B, basically,
Yeah,
even
I
though
hear
we
you.
know.
I hear you too.
But that's his point of view. Like, I come
It
back to
is.
nothing. You ran our business into the ground, is how he feels towards Unique.
Okay.
He still was not even trying to yield to anything that Unique was trying to suggest, or even, it was like, come on, we could have rebuilt this together.
Exactly.
Like, we brothers, we family. He just was like, nah, nothing you doing is good enough.
Right. And I have to disagree with you, because yes, I could understand him being upset for not coming back to what he left or something bigger. I got that. But just as you said, things change, the streets change, things happen. People go to jail, people get killed. So you're gonna, there are ebbs and flows in every business. And I don't know why you think just because you got you just got released, that you're gonna walk back in as if nothing had changed. Now, had he tried to work with him or try to find out what went wrong so that they don't, hit those problems again, then I can understand. But he didn't do any of that. He just went into that Michael Myers syndrome, and leaving bodies left and right, trying to make people do things that they don't want to do, and he's just trying to take over things, like running up on Kanan, and thinking that Kanan is doing one type of drug, and Kanan is like, what are you talking about, heroin? So his mind was not there. Lights
He's trying to find out the source. He's trying to
what source? He hasn't even found out what's out on the street yet. He's thinking it's heroin. So my thing is, the lights are on, brother, but ain't nobody home up there.
Well, no, he went to Kanan because he thought Raq was still in the game. He did not believe everybody when they said that Raq shut her business down.
That's my point.
And he assumed that because Kanan is Raq's boy, he was like,
I got that.
You are running the heroin.
I got that.
That's
but like I said, he never took time to figure out what was really going on in the streets. His mind was set on one thing and one thing only, what he left. So,
his ideology is to brute force everything. That's
all it was. It's just leave bodies behind.
It is brute force.
Yeah.
So my thing with him,
this is why I say he's still coming.
He was still a little unnecessary too. Because like telling Vanessa about Raq was like, that's uncalled for. Yeah. That's dirty.
He made himself an op. He made himself an op with his moves. The stuff with Dean, and I guess because he was mad at Unique for telling him last episode that he wasn't ish, and he just drove it. He took it a step further by going there, like, when he went to feed the fish, that he went there purposely to drop the dime on Neek and stuff. And you can see,
I was like, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, well, he secured his own beatdown, and that's what he got. And the problem is, my boy Neek, you don't turn your back.
Turn your back
on anybody like that, man. You walk out with your back. Your back should be through the door, not walking out as if you did something. Unless
that's family. You don't never think that
you don't think your family's gonna beat you that like siblings fight.
50 Cent said it. 50 Cent said it. There's a fight, and then there is a fight. That was a fight. That is a do or die kind of thing. That wasn't just a little quick beat down. He beat the heck out of Ronnie, and Ronnie, and the whole mindset with Ronnie. You should know that somebody that, that evilness in his head, because he was dropping bodies all day long. So and Neek knew it. In fact, he said that. He's dropping bodies everywhere. So
they were strangers. He didn't think that his brother was going to do that. Like, you think.
And the thing is, I don't even think Ronnie had intentions of killing him at first. Because remember when he was talking to Juliana and she was suggesting and kind of implying that he should kill Unique, and he was like, no, that's my brother. He's not going nowhere.
He said, my brother's not going anywhere. He said, my brother's
not. So that's why I'm like, I don't even think he had the intention. It was like an in the moment type thing.
He lost control.
That's why, Unique probably also didn't feel that he had to have his guards up with his brother either. So it's just something that happened. And, you know, Ronnie, he got that side of him where he's uncontrollable. So in the moment when you going at it and you grab it, like just like with Dean, like I don't even know if he went to Dean's house with the intention to kill him, but he just happened to see a knife on the counter.
No, I think when he went to Dean's house, I think he went to the because Dean
I don't know. But the fact that he didn't bring a weapon with him or nothing, it's like you might have had intentions to kill him, but you didn't know how he was going to do it.
No, he probably was going to break his neck or something.
Yeah, I mean, just.
But I'm just saying, like, the fact he might have had intentions to kill, but the fact that he didn't go there prepared lets you know that in his mind he wasn't.
Well, you know what though?
He had gloves on, so he was prepared.
Yeah,
he was.
But look at it this way, though. Look at it this way. He could have had a gun. He could have had a gun.
I'm not saying he didn't go there with intentions to kill. He definitely did, but I'm saying
he could have. He could have had.
Mind, he's like. It's spur of the moment. It's whatever comes to mind at the moment.
But he could have had a gun. He's impulsive. He could have had a gun on him. And then in the midst of choking Dean, he saw the knife and said, oh, this is a whole lot more quieter. So I'm just going to use this. I don't know whether he had one on or not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's spur of the moment.
But I do think that he went there to kill him. Yeah.
It's spur of the moment. But with Unique, I really don't think he had intentions. And it just happened in the heat of the moment.
I agree with that too.
I do think that Unique is definitely dead. The way he beat him down with that pipe.
Yes, because as I was saying,
he should be dead. He should be dead.
When I was saying to Ron offline, you know, the way he lost control and hit him numerous times with the pipe. When he pulled him up that one last time, and before when he punched him, Nick was already limp. He was already he pulled him up. His body was already limp. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, I thought he was dead then."
No, he didn't even have to hit him. I didn't think he was dead then, but I mean, the many times you hit him with that pipe said to me, you know, death was imminent for Nick. But but brother or not, you know, that was a hell of a fight. So you just, I'm sorry, I'm still gonna have my eye on
it. Was leading to that though. It was leading. It was leading to
you
that.
Could see the build up.
You can see the build up, like, you know, the last episode, like the situation when Unique told him like you ain't ish, when he went to Dean and stuff and everything, you can see it then. And then when he tried to give Ronnie a piece, took him to the Chinese spot, and he was in each other's face, and he told him he was talking crazy to Unique. And Unique was like, anybody else, I would check you. And he said, ain't nobody checking you. So I said, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And you know, we say all of this to say, it's sad to see Unique go. Rest in peace, Unique. I'm giving the hands to Ronnie. He's definitely on my who can get the hands
definitely
list.
Getting the hands. Definitely getting the hands.
All right,
and I think the thing that kind of has me worried is because, you know, he kind of left some Unique left some breadcrumbs. Raq now knows that Ronnie is out of control, and you know, Unique left that with her before he left. So the fact that Unique is now going to turn up dead, it's like, oh, I automatically know who's behind this.
Well, you know, hopefully they find, but hopefully they find his body soon enough so that, you know, the word can get out that Nick is dead. And I'm glad he did leave those breadcrumbs for Raq, because Raq needs to understand. I mean, look, she just got word that Dean, you know, was killed, and now when she finds out, and Unique told her who he thought may have done it, which he's correct.
Yep.
So now he turns up dead. What does Raq do? I mean, you can play defense all day long. You can play defense all day long.
You better be on.
But you better go on the offense at this point, because you wait around for him, and you wake up and he's in your.
Absolutely, because she's next clearly. Because
he already know where she lives.
2 big dogs, two big dogs. She's gonna have to put Marvin and Lou on alert, Lou ain't doing it, but that makes me nervous though for Lou and stuff too. Anybody that's coming into his
circle,
into his path, but I've seen some stills online and stuff with him. He's gonna be working with Kanan. He is going to come across Kanan. He is going to connect with Kanan. So again, the Breeze thing may not be dead. I mean, the Breeze story may not be dead, or it could just be Ronnie, because if anything, Kanan had a lot of teachers, and if anything, he could get his ruthlessness, some of his ruthlessness, from Ronnie.
I don't. Okay, but here's the thing: when you say working with Kanan, okay, first of all, Kanan still has that situation where he's got to live with his mother, and he doesn't have any other chances to just be Ghost when the social worker comes over. So he's got to be with her. So let's say Raq finds out that Unique is dead, and she's going to put two and two together and figure that Ronnie had something to do with it. So for Kanan to be anywhere near Ronnie at this point in time with Raq seems to be a stretch for me. So I just don't. I don't see that coming. Well, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. No, look, I don't. That online stuff, it just doesn't make sense to me from a theatrical, from a cinematic point of view, because of the fact that, as we just said, Raq has now got to go on offense, and so she can't wait.
Oh, absolutely.
She can't wait for.
Raq might end up in the Bing.
I think she might end up in a Bing, and Howard too, because just that conversation that she was having with the lawyer and all that stuff, I was like, I think they on Howard. But going back to what we were saying about the Kanan thing and work with Ronnie or whatever, it somehow the pictures that I saw, it looks like somehow Kanan is going to meet Snap and Pop. If he meets Kanan and meets Snap, like, how else? The connection to Snap is Ronnie. That's what I said. I don't know who else would introduce Kanan to Snap.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see a lot of things, because there's
anybody. So it's gonna be, So I see.
I mean, logically, you're speaking on a logical point of view, but I have not seen anything logical from Ronnie at this point. So I all I see Ronnie is out there is he's a rogue character out there to just get anything he can grab. I haven't seen anything smart from him, other than the fact that he does have some aloofness that that can get him in and out of things. But I just don't see anything in Ronnie to make him any kind of character other than dead sooner or later.
Well, eventually everybody has their day, but I think
I'm not talking about that. He
went back. He went back to Snap. He went back to Snap and Pop because he had a relationship with them. They fronted him some money, so he has some money. Now he was trying to get the work. He went to Joaquin and Juliana, the Colombians, to get the work. Now Neek is out the way. What's her name said that was the issue. He got Neek's chain.
I can see her.
I can see him going to them and showing Neek's chain and stuff. So now he has money from Snap and Pop. They fronted him. Now he has work from the Colombians. So he all together. Now he sees Kanan, who has carriers running stuff. He has systems. He don't have bodies. Kanan has bodies.
What is Raq doing? All of this. What is Raq doing while all of this is occurring?
Well, first of all, it's very clear that Raq has no control over Kanan. At this point, Kanan is doing his own thing. She has no clue. She probably seen the little map he had out, whatever, and she heard the call he was having with Famous. So she can probably imply some things, but at the same time, she has no control over him. And it seems like, from what the social worker is saying, most of the implications are on Raq versus Kanan. Kanan might get a little slap on the wrist, and maybe I don't know.
But remember, she said
he might spend some time in juvie or something.
She said
he's still underage.
She said if she comes back to that house and he's not there, he's gone. That's what she said. She said
that's what Kanan wants. He wants to be gone.
Yeah, well,
if Raq can't control Kanan, no group home or no adopted family can control him either.
You know what I see? I see Ghost in Raq, and this is why Ghost put a gun to his own son's head, because he was being a picklehead. He couldn't do what he was told to do. And Ghost just got, I'm saying it, Tim, and he got sick and tired of Tariq's mess. And Raq is right around that point right now.
And where is Ghost now?
I agree, but I'm saying never
look,
mind the fact
I'm
that
not even
both of
talking
them-
about.
both of
I'm
them
not
said
talking.
Kanan
Look,
this
I'm
time.
just saying that from what I
Well,
saw
let's see.
today, I saw a lot of ghosts in Raq when it comes to Kanan.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, she
I'm not
won't hit
saying Raq is wrong for feeling how she feels, but also she has to take some accountability for how she set the
Absolutely.
stage for
Absolutely.
how
Yeah,
things are. Same
Absolutely.
with Ghost.
Definitely.
And so the thing is, you can't continue to lie and lie and lie and lie, and you got this kid coming up under you who is already exposed to the lifestyle. You know, it's crazy.
Let me ask you this.
And Ron, you say it all the time. You can't have one foot in and one foot out. It's either you all in the game or you all into the family.
And what do you do with a
So
mad dog? What do you do with a mad
this-
dog? You can't muzzle it anymore. You got to put it down. So my whole point is, at some point, because Kanan he's way out there. Even Ronnie was like, some little dude like you running the streets. Ronnie could
running heroin, but he
Well, I'm
doesn't. He
saying-
wasn't doing heroin.
But no. I'm just saying, for what he was basically saying is, you a little whatever, whether it's heroin or whatever, Kanan has the pulse on getting drugs moved, and Ronnie obviously doesn't like that. So it's going to be real interesting how Ronnie comes back to Kanan at some point, because now that's all he got. Well, no, he's got Julian. So so this is what I think. He'll go back.
Has the bigger
it's going to be an opportunity to level up for Kanan.
Yeah.
And he is not going to be the one that's going to have to take all the exposure either. So that's the thing with, if he was to team up with Ronnie, and also if it comes down to it, and if it's exposed that somehow Raq is trying to stop it, like Kanan is going against anything associated with Raq, and it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend type thing. Like, let's link up and do this.
Okay, guys, y'all. I don't know.
But we're gonna spend too much time on this because we still got other stuff to get to.
But just let me say this.
Let's wrap this.
For Kanan to allow his mama to get killed like that, and knowingly, that's some real low stuff.
Not saying.
Well, we ain't saying
we're not saying that.
So
we're saying doing business. That
no. I'm saying
stuff. We're not talking about that.
But we know that this thing with Ronnie and Raq, they're going to come to head. They're going to come to a point where something's going to be done.
Yeah, we got 5 episodes to that too.
I mean, right. We know that. We're not arguing that point. We're saying that I think Sierra and I are saying that there is going to be an opportunity for Kanan to work with him. He already has a system in place. He has couriers and everything. Ronnie doesn't have men.
And guess what? Famous got roped up.
Yeah. So that's another problem.
That is another problem.
Yes.
So with Famous getting caught up, and they didn't even seem interested at all in the fact that he was, running drugs or doing whatever he was doing on the street. They went straight to questioning him about the murder of the boy from the building.
Freddie.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And we know that Famous did that, and he admitted as much to Kanan in this episode. So at what point does Famous, because Famous is, I think he's in a tough spot. He's being sunned by Kanan when they're supposed to be in a partnership. This don't feel like no partnership. This feel like you trying to sun me. And it's like, Famous is only going to take so much of the abuse from Kanan.
Well,
so when does that come
Well, you can already see the friction. Because
Kanan is relying very heavily on Famous to run things right now that he's back home with Raq.
But that's a big mistake, because Famous never wanted to be in this situation in the first place.
Right.
Exactly.
And everything that's happening is actually showing, what happens when you force somebody into something where they don't want to be. And so, it was a little odd that they roll them up, and then all they want to know is the Freddie issue. And then now
there was an incident report.
Right. And
somebody
now
placed him at the scene.
Correct. And now Kanan is asking the question, what, they let you out that fast? So now Kanan is on that idea, what, are you snitching? Are you trying, did they let you out because you open your mouth? Are you a songbird? What's going on? So
if he opened his mouth, he would have ratted on himself.
Well, except to say that, there's an easy way out of there, because first person that sings is the first person that gets
Well, first off, they didn't have anything. They placed him at the scene, but he was like, yeah, I know him from school. So he didn't give up anything. They didn't have enough to hold him. But what tripped me out about Kanan, the way he was coming at Famous. Now we know Famous been messing up. We know he's been messing up. But at the same time, Kanan has not been being cool with him either. Like Famous said, when Javon got locked up, he was there. He had Lou go get him out and stuff.
Correct.
He left Famous in the bang. And then when Famous came out and tried to explain himself, he was like, all he said was, you messing up my business. That's all he cared about. He didn't care about none of the stuff that Famous was talking about.
Absolutely.
So I was just like, why is it different? Why is he treating his boy like that?
Because Famous is not where he wants him to be. I mean, Famous is not where Kanan wants him to be in the business. He already knows that Famous doesn't want to be in the business. He's upset with that. So right now, it's just a snowball rolling downhill, and it's just gathering more snow. So Kanan is just, I think he'd be just as happy if Famous was locked up and out of the way. It's just one of those things that he needs Famous, because Famous knows everything. So
he might get his wish though. I this is really making me nervous for Famous, because I'm like, because if he finds out that Famous knew that Raq put the gun in his thing, I think he will probably either put hands on him again or kill him.
I thought so
that
this week.
I'm really nervous for Famous. I'm nervous about whether he will end up in the bang or will he end up dead.
Yeah. Or could he actually make it big? Because at that open mic night, people was feeling his little rap.
Yes, so. And look, it might pop off like that. Listen, he might make it big and still something happen to him, like, or just about when he's getting ready to pop, something might happen.
And then Jukebox noticed, that friction between Kanan and Famous, because Kanan just walked right through him. So
Famous got up and left when he saw Kanan come in. He rolled out.
Yeah, and they kind of bumped shoulders or whatever. But
but that beef is not sustainable for their business, and so it's like it's only natural that Kanan is going to be looking for a replacement for Famous.
Exactly, and how he gets replaced is going to be another story.
Oh well, yeah. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with that. But I was thinking too about all this internal stuff going on with their family, because they are in a position where they got the Fed's eyes on them. And then you got Ronnie watching, who they don't even know he's, watching them right now. And so everybody is in a position where they can get got at any moment. Now the Feds still are not giving up on this Crown Camacho thing with with Raq. And then on the other hand, you have Marvin trying to bridge everybody together. He's trying to be the glue of the family. Mm-hmm. But it's very clear that Lou wants nothing to do with Raq and none of them. Mm-hmm. Even Mom, I was surprised at Mom's reaction to Lou, trying to open up the spot. He was going in there to get the records. I'm like, their family is so disjointed.
Right.
Mom really put him down.
Dysfunctional. Mom was a dream killer, clearly. And you heard Lou when he said, like, the music didn't kill my father. So I was like, look, she probably drove that man
well, he stopped drinking after that too. So I was like, maybe he's starting to realize that he has some inherited traits from his father that he needs to try to get a tight grip on now before it get out of control.
And he gets game ball. He gets game ball as far as I'm concerned, because it's hard to put that drink down, and he realizes its potential and he wants to live it out. But like you said, Tim, I mean, that whole, or Tierra, one of you, but the whole family is messed up. I mean, Mom's got cut off from Raq, and now she's taking that on Lou, and Lou left her a few change, but that's not gonna be enough for her. So it's wonder we'll ever see her again, and if we do, what will she do? It's just interesting. The whole thing's messed up, and I can see why Lou is the way he is, but still doesn't, I still can't see Lou, being the way he is. He's got to do something. I don't know what he can.
I don't know.
He didn't want his. I don't know.
I hope Lou survives this season. But
Me too.
I'm feeling something.
I'm worried for Lou and for Marvin.
Yeah,
that's because of their redemption arcs, and they trying to get on the right path. And every character that try to get their life together, always gets taken out.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that, you know, they can make it through, which I think they will, you know, at least make it through this season. Because losing Unique, that was a big one.
That was a major one. I was shook.
Yeah, me too. Now, what did you guys think about the gentleman that the feds were interviewing from the Baisley projects?
Yeah.
I was like, is he talking too much? Yeah, the wheelchair dude.
Oh my gosh! When he said Raq, I was like, oh, he gave them the nickname. I'm like, now they know. Yeah, they're like, oh, she goes by Raq. We need to circle back on her.
But they still had
I was like, I'm debating if I'm putting him on the hands list.
Yeah.
No, he deserved to be on the hands list for that because he was a chatty patty.
But they didn't have anything, and I'm glad she brought her lawyer with her because they were just sniffing in the wrong place. So, I don't know what they can make of it. Probably nothing, but yeah, they'll probably.
Oh, I think they getting ready to circle the wagons on Howard. I do. Yeah. I think they are, especially when that lawyer was talking to her and was just saying, "Oh, I don't think you're gonna have any problems. They're gonna need to look inward or something like that." And I was like, "Uh oh." Yeah. I was like, "Uh oh." I think they're getting ready to like really.
It's zero in switch now. Yep.
Yeah, I think they can raise zero in on him.
Yeah. The other thing that I was thinking too is about the cops that busted her windows up. You said last week that it was them, Tiffany, and sure enough, you know, it keeps happening every week. So they're going to continue to be a problem for Raq as well, out here trying to extort her for money.
So well, I was hoping that that was something that came up with the lawyer too when they were talking. I was hoping that she raised that.
But she doesn't have any proof.
But that's the feds versus the local police.
Exactly. And as far even with the police, she doesn't have any proof. And my thought was, okay, Raq, you are now between a rock and a hard place. What do you do? Are you going to pay him, or do you have security? What do you have security? Because if you don't have your own security, it's just going to keep on happening. So at some point, you either got to set them up. You got to do something with those two.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think this is when we're getting ready to see, like the second half, the first half of the season, Raq is out the game. Second half of the season, I think, because now she's going to be in survival mode. Yes. You know, once she finds out that, which I think she's going to be really shook when she finds out about Unique, because those two really cared about each other. So she's going to be shook about that, and then the whole Ronnie thing. So I think she's going to be on guard about that. I think she's gonna step to Juliana. I think she's gonna get Juliana up out of here for sure. I think she's gonna get her up out of here and find a way to get back at those
yeah, I agree. I do agree with that.
I want to see her take out Ronnie. That's what I want to see. I want to see.
I know, but I think
you gotta have a villain in the show.
I know.
Right. And the way they're building him up, I think he's gonna be more slippery than that. I don't see him getting killed that easily and stuff. And then it also depends because I saw on Grantham Coleman, the actor that plays Ronnie's IG, that you know he's also being cast in another show as a lead. So that makes me wonder too. Like I'm like, okay,
how much longer does he have?
Exactly, because I'm like, you're gonna be on a lead on another show. Like, will you be able to play Ronnie? Will it be reoccurring, or can you do both? So I think that's gonna be a factor too, on how much longer we have him.
That's a good point. Yeah, so I mean, I think a lot of stuff is gonna go down. From here out. What I say last week is up in the stuff. Once you hit episode 5.
Once you hit episode 5, it's like pedal to the metal, up in the stuff. You're right.
So what about Vanessa? I mean, she
I think she's gonna know that Ronnie killed Unique too, because Ronnie was dropping all of this stuff to her, and he was like really hating hard on Unique, and it's like, well, who else could it be?
In Unique's car too. So that's the next thing I wonder. I'm like, is he gonna get rid of Unique's car, or is he gonna be riding around in that joint? And he has Unique's chain.
He got a lot of stuff that's very incriminating.
So what does she do? So let's assume that Well, you don't have to assume.
I know what she better not do.
What's that?
She better not step the rock. Right?
Well, you said, wait a minute, Tiara, you said a minute ago, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, you know what?
Maybe she might tell him that he's gone. Maybe she might tell him that he's gone. Like she might do that, but she ain't gonna step the rock.
Oh, no.
She remember that stare down from last season.
I mean, it might be, because obviously her bread is now, it's not being buttered anymore because Unique is gone. So revenge, like they say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. So I can see
definitely what she had to say about her. She was like, how dare you sleep with this woman who tried to kill you with our son in the car. She like did all this stuff to him last season, and here you are sleeping with her. I don't think it's going down like that.
Well,
she made some valid points, though.
No, she
did make some valid points. Like of all the women that you had to.
But now, what does she do though? I mean, does she just sweep it under the rug and say, "Well, Negro, this is what you got because this is where you were, this is where you wanted to be. Now you're dead." I mean,
you better hope that Ronnie don't spin the block on her.
For her, right?
Because
I mean, like
you got
will
these
he
people,
come back and hurt her?
Yes, and here's the thing: somebody better take up offense real quick because this man is out. He doesn't care. He literally doesn't care who he kills or when.
Nope. Remember, I made me think of you, Ron, when we interviewed them. Y'all check out the Raising Cast interview. But when we interviewed him, you tried to ask him about the body count that he was going to have, and he would not confirm
nor deny any body count.
And that's why, because he knew it was going to be
racking up
in his season.
Yep. Well, he got like 3 or 4 already. This is what his third.
This will be
Unique.
Yeah.
The club bouncer.
Club guy.
The bouncer. Yeah, he was the first one. That's 3.
Yeah, that's 3.
So I'm like, it's been 2 weeks of him killing it. He already got 3.
And it made me wonder too. Dean's guy, like the way he got in the house, I was like, where's the guy that was protecting him at bingo?
Right.
I was like, did he get him up out of there to get in the house? I mean, I don't know, but maybe maybe dude was out.
Maybe Dean felt secure enough that he didn't need it. Maybe because nobody knew where he lived, which is another reason why I was a little suspect on even how Ronnie got his address. Because, like you said, for somebody to be as big in the drug, situation that Dean was in, you would think that he'd have his home covered. He would have some guard.
That's what I was thinking. But he was following them. Clearly, he was following. Yeah, because he followed Nick to Rock's house.
Yeah. Well, at least Grandma gonna be taken care of because she was getting a lot of them little envelopes.
A lot of envelopes. I was like, okay, Grandma.
None of them had U.S. government on it, so
No. They just looked like it was strictly cash.
Yeah. So the last thing I was going to touch on is Jukebox and her situation. Her and the girls getting beat up on because they wasn't getting their dance moves right, especially Aisha. She seemed like she had it bad. And she was struggling a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I see something kind of brewing between Jukebox and Aisha, and it seems like they do have a bond. But I was really shocked to see her, give Kanan the okay to go kind of holler at her. And I was like, okay, so is she still?
Did she give Kanan?
Did she try not to mix business and pleasure or something like that?
Well, I thought Jukebox said to him to kind of go easy on her because she's such a straight, kind of straight girl.
That she said she's a nice girl.
Nice girl, right?
But that was giving her. She did give her okay because Kanan said, "Is that you?"
Right.
And she said, "Nah, we're just in a group together." So, but you can see the look on her face.
I
get
ready to say.
When that's why, listen, Kanan and that girl ain't gonna last. She already said in the group, they have the diva, they have the good girl, and they have Juke the tomboy. That girl is curious because she was already asking Juke questions about Nicole, like, are you guys still together and stuff like that. It ain't happening with her and Kanan. Juke is gonna get with that girl. Trust.
Yes.
I think so.
I agree too.
That look that Juke gave.
that might be the downfall of the group, because that was very unacceptable back in the day. And it's just like being in a relationship with somebody you work with never works out.
Exactly.
That too. That too. And it could be the diva, the one that put them on blast, because she already said to Juke, like, because Aisha was messing up her the dance steps, she was like, she gonna be our downfall. She gonna mess us up. So I can see her, like, she's really out for self anyway. I can see her dropping a dime on them if she thought something's going on.
Yeah, I did like how Marvin was there to support though in the car, trying to act like he wasn't watching.
he was
filing his nails.
He's filing his nails.
He said, "Hey, your girl, she don't need a ride." She's like, "She's good."
Yeah, it's quite a change from when he was fighting her over the video with Nicole. So
that's why he continues to get the game ball with me.
Yes. So game ball going to Marvin, and you said Lou for putting the drinks down.
Yeah, for putting the drink down.
Okay. Anybody else up for the game ball? I think those are two good candidates.
No, but I still think Raq gets the hands too, because you know, one of the things that Raq did, like when she was talking to Marvin, she was like, F Lou.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you mad at Lou? Lou has every right to be mad at you.
Right.
But you don't have any right to be mad at Lou. But she's saying F Lou. So I'm like, you wrong for that. You just mad because he mad at you.
Yeah, I can get with that. Okay, so I know who can get the hands list gonna be long. So we already said Raq. I already know that Ronnie is on there for sure.
Juliana.
We put the wheelchair guy.
Juliana.
Wheelchair,
Juliana for putting that
the bug in his head. Juliana
head.
For sure.
Okay, Juliana. And then who else? Anybody else y'all want to give the hands to? The cops who keep breaking the windows.
The cops is breaking the window, and I'm getting him ready for the hands list. He didn't do nothing yet, but I'm getting him ready for the hands list. Gerald, the reporter, because I feel like he's fishing. He's fishing with Marvin. Like he was, did you know him? And I'm like, you gotta be careful, like we journalists. You gotta be careful with what you say, if you're on the record or off the record, whatever and stuff, because if you don't say off the record, assume you're on the record.
And today's journalists, they don't even care if you say
they don't even right. So I think that Marvin might say something, or he may take what little Marvin says and he might put him in the paper, and I just feel like he's gonna end up putting Marvin in a tough predicament.
And not only and not only that, I'm looking at his audience, his true demographics, his audience, because when he said, girl from the other side of the tracks doing, and that didn't set well with Marvin at all. And my thing is, just whose tracks are you going to be on? Are you writing for you?
Marvin was like, we don't even live near no tracks.
Exactly.
Right. Like,
what you talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah, you trying to talk about us like she downtrodden and stuff. Like,
it's that racial divide.
It is. And
I'm not mad at putting him on deck.
No, that's why I said I already see. I'm like, I'm hearing the dog whistles and everything already, and we getting ready to keep the seat warm on hands list. Already.
Yeah, that's a good call. Okay. Well, I mean, this was a really great episode. I am again devastated by the loss of Unique. As much as he and Raq went back and forth, it was just so great to see their chemistry on screen.
Exactly.
I'm gonna miss it.
I'm gonna miss it. Really, I like his swag, and I like Joey Badass too. Congrats to that Oscar winner.
Yeah, I hope that he can go on and continue to do acting, because I enjoy him on screen.
Yeah, he got an Oscar for that movie he was in, and that's what I'm saying. You can see his chops in this show too. So he's definitely gonna be missed.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, to the viewers out there, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you guys drop down in the comment section and give us your thoughts about this episode, as well as your predictions for the last 5. You know, these weeks gonna go by fast. And I do think the show might also be on a little hiatus for the holidays too. So be on the lookout, you know, just in case they don't have an episode next week.
I think they said it returns on the 29th, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
No, the 12th. The 12th.
I'll say that's like a long time.
No, the 12th.
Yeah, after this episode, then it's gonna be on hiatus to the 12th. That's what I heard.
Of January.
That's more than,
okay.
Okay, that's more than that's
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, we're gonna try to keep some stuff coming for you guys, keep you guys, you know, entertained. So stay on the lookout for that. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel, click that notification bell and the thumbs up button. Keep continuing to support us. We are so thankful again for 5K. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's get to 10K.
Yes.
So,
yeah, like
you know, like I said, we're definitely going to try to do something special to celebrate. So be on the lookout. Follow us on our social media. We are at The Spot Real Talk on all social media platforms. Do you guys have anything else you want to add before we go?
That's it.
I'm good.
No. All right. Well, I know it's going to be a hectic time with all of these holidays coming up. So guys, take some time, enjoy your time off, and catch up if you haven't already with some of our interviews and our interview playlist. We got a ton of great content in there that you can just go straight through and binge. A lot of stuff from the Raising Kanan premiere party and some of the interviews with the cast. So it's a ton of stuff in there to keep you busy.
And some interviews from PowerBook 4. PowerBook 4 Force and Ghost too, and some of the other shows that we got.
And
so
you know, and as we take, you know, homage to the holidays, you know, we'll be back when everybody else is back. But as you know, Tierra was saying, just, you know, hit that our playlist, you know, the videos that we have, the shorts that we have. So we have a bunch of stuff until you see us again. Happy holidays to everybody. You know, let's bring in the new year right. Let's get our 10K going. You know, that's our next mark. Let's get to that 10K.
10K in 2024. Yeah, we're going to speak that into existence.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and we'll see you next time for another episode of Raising Kanan. Night.
Bye.
My phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late. Seen them down bad, now they tryna hate. Same ones try to hit me for the raise. Got a million